He didn't say it.
If I didn't hear it, he didn't say it.
Yeah, see, that logic applies to your woman.
Selective
right.
hearing.
Right on the set. Get that thing running.
Three, two.
Excuse me. Excuse me. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. Ain't no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo of Laz and Jack.
Ahoy, mateys. 'Tis Laz.
Avast ye land lubbers! 'Tis Jack, and this is lunch. Wait, what the fuck's going on here? I don't fucking know.
Welcome to Lunch with Laz and Jack. It is Wednesday, our September 19th, 2018,
No, it's
International Talk Like a Pirate Day. And of course, yes, Envy, Jack does the whole array from the Irish pirate to
all the way to the Canadian pirate?
Jamaican pirate man.
No, the Canadian pirate was the best 2 years ago.
Canadian pirate, that's right.
Yeah.
Is,
He said please a lot, and thank you, and you're welcome.
That's right. Welcome to today's show, boys and girls. Of course, video communications
Yeah,
brought to
I
you
just-
every
I
day
can't.
by our good friends over at the BMC. And of course, thank you for being our sponsor this year. So, let's get on with it. It's International R.
Oh man,
Pirate
yeah.
Day.
I got the mug. I got the dress. My tricorn is unable to be found because you know what, headphones and tricorns don't work well
They
together.
do not. Do not.
Yeah, and supposedly I sound Irish when I say lunch.
So, do you know any good pirate jokes?
Lots.
Neither do I.
I mean, how many Renfests have I been to?
Renfest doesn't necessarily.
I now know what to say. This is.
Yes,
It's a shark bite.
is you went to grab a wench and she stabbed you upon your advances. Is more.
It's kind of weird to get shanked in the back of the arm.
Well, I don't know about that. Anyway, moving right along. How's everybody doing out there today? Welcome to today's show. Of course, yes, anybody who's been around here for a little while knows that International Talk Like a Pirate Day. You never know what's gonna happen.
I don't know. So what happened to Bluebeard when he fell overboard in the Red Sea?
I do not know what happened to Bluebeard when he fell over into the...
He got marooned.
Rough. It's gonna be a long show.
Yeah,
But we don't even have any pirate music in the background.
Wait.
We need some
Hold on.
pirate music or something. Where are our bards?
Play wenches and need. Although, do I have the one-man band on me?
I don't know.
Nope, I don't. But yes, it is International Talk Like a Pirate Day, where we don't know what the hell we're doing. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of 3 gold, an onion, metal scrap, and some shitty loot from that's coming straight from Twitch, from Kernar von Cedarwood.
That is pirate name.
I don't know. It's not Envy's. But Envy's Guild, the Disciples of Damnation, are recruiting.
Envy.
Yes.
Envy.
Yes, they are
getting
rebooting the
brave out
guild.
there with DOD making a return publicly.
Yes,
This should be quite the
The
interesting.
Disciples of Damnation are going to be making a comeback, where they'll be coming all over your backs as you're laying face down. That's right. You too can contact Envy or go to sotaguild.online and look for them, the Disciples of Damnation.
I think you should read the copy that's there. I think you should tell the story as a pirate.
Several years ago, I created, not Envy, the Disciples of Damnation, but the Scallywag stole it from me, primarily as a guild consisting of gamers with a PvP outlook, fueled by the nostalgia of Ultima Online, where you randomly ran around corporing people in the back. The guild has successfully recruited over 30 members, had 7 player-owned towns scattered across Novia, with access to countless amounts of housing in key cities. The guild had its own lore that helped fuel our notorious reputation
Notorious.
of a bunch of scallywags that would sit there and roll over and play dead at a moment's notice. Much as has now changed. All those towns are gone, except for a few. Envy is still here. And he said, "Fuck you," as they are beaten down and oppressed by those who felt the citizens of Novia should and must have a homogeneous outlook. They were subject to attacks and persecution. Even our ancient tome of lore was destroyed. That's what happens when you make it out of matches and you run out of fire. The members of the guild have now all gone into exile, vowing never to return, except for Envy, who hasn't left yet. He has other plans. He's going to sit there and reform the guild with a bunch of new people that want to go out and burn and pillage and possibly ask for consent before engaging in sexual acts with the corpse. It's all about the consent.
Arr.
And Envy would like everybody to
All
know
about
that
the
he has
consent.
email proof as well that it's asking for
Arr.
consent.
But anyway,
Jack was the voice behind the speak and spell.
little known fact. Yeah, no. But yes, if you're, there's a lot of PvP talk going on out there in the world.
Yes,
And again,
lots of discussion about the consensual basis of the PvP.
consensual assault of others.
So, why is pirating so addictive?
I don't know.
They say once you lose a hand, you get hooked. And you especially get hooked into the DOD guild, where you can join Envy. In very consensual play.
Have you heard about the new pirate movie?
I don't know.
It's rated R.
No. Never heard that. So do we have any other news for everybody today?
News. Not much news.
Oh,
Not
Eagle.
much in the news.
I love you.
Eagle! Thank you very much. You get to play alongside Captain Fabulous. What?
Oh, Captain Fabulous is playing in the Disciples of Damnation. Now, the devs, they did something special the other day. They updated the stand-up corner for the first time in a few days. And they decided that they want to play with you. I don't know. But what has 8 arms, 8 legs, and 8 eyes? 8 arms, 8 pirates is correct. What did the ocean say to the pirate?
I see.
Nothing. It just waves. But moving right along.
How much does a pirate pay to get his ears pierced? A buccaneer.
I should have known. But I do not have the attached lobes on my ears. Or detached. I don't know. What are earlobes? I don't know because I don't have them. Where do pirates buy their parrot food? Sure as hell ain't Costco, because it's PetSmart. But the stand-up corners that where the devs say, "Hey, I worked on this yesterday, and today I will be drinking the rum and trying to maintain the Balmer curve out of my small mug. Look how small this mug is. See it for the size of my head for comparison. This is just one day's ration of rum."
Sparingly.
We're over in the art department. The Damon Waldrop. He's decided that you might want to play with some new weapons as you do the poke, as well as moving some boxes. And he decided that he wanted to hook the wyvern and skin it. It's with he's filleting the wyvern. And remember, if you're a Boy Scout, you don't know how to play with a knife properly because you may or may not cut yourself. We're Reed or Rolo, the guy with lots of R's in his name. He's decided that he wants to be moving. And bugs.
MR bugs.
I don't know. Why does my Discord want to do an update? Over in design, Beezus. He was also trying to figure out how to set up a computer as he was moving. Sanyo, he was working on some moving and some lunar rift fixes. And nearby tooltips for teleporters. And do you know what the energy vortex Lestrasov says is the difference between a hungry pirate and a drunken pirate?
What does he say?
One has a rumbling tummy, and the other's a tumbling rummy. I don't know about that joke. It was pretty bad. But what does a dyslexic pirate say?
I don't know. What does it?
He can't figure out the R, and he's gone straight to the R. But the energy vortex, he's working on the moving and the Solus Bridge rework. Over in tech, we do have Dr. Bob, who's decided that the PhD in astrophysics was way too much as he tried to do some manual labor and realized, I didn't go to school to do this shit. As he machine set up and repair because he dropped his computer a few too many times on its arse. That's who works on some networks as well. I may or may not like the digit in the arse. I don't know. You'll have to ask me later after the show, and you have to tip me first. Where's JY? He's moving. If you say random enough shit, it shuts Laz up. Because he doesn't know how to laugh on camera. He just sits there and goes,
Try not to laugh.
I'm trying not to do it. It helps if you sit there and you help say bad pirate joke. Fruck, you can stop now all you want. Where do pirates play video games?
In the arcade.
In the arcade?
The arcade.
Oh, wait, hold on. Play terror on the high seas.
What kind of socks does a pirate wear? Argyle.
What do you call a pirate with 2 arms, 2 legs, and 2 eyes?
I don't know.
A rookie. What was JY doing in the office as he pulled up the KY?
Are moving.
I think you're right. On Wizard Smoke, you know what he was not doing?
He was not smoking.
He was not puff passing it along. He was bogarting your vape as he worked on moving and the Crown purchase user interface polish. Yes.
What do you call a pirate prostitute?
A hooker. I like that one, Condis. I don't know where I'm at. The Deathbringer, one and only, he was moving. The Burning Toad, he was also moving. Tasslo was also moving.
Tasslo was a busy man.
With the network and mail and server setup. What lies at the bottom of the sea, of the ocean, and twitches?
I don't know.
A nervous wreck. Caffeine.
Nervous wreck.
Are we killing you in a good way or a bad way?
A good way.
Are you saying I should not do the pirate voice all the time? You really should go listen to the show from 2 years ago.
It'll go in the loop, you know it.
Hopefully not. How much did the pirates Hook and Pegleg cost him?
I don't know.
An arm and a leg. Or, if you're following along Trump's administration, the price of gas. Over in studio services, Chaos is working on shipping logistics and planning. Serafina has decided the boards still need some moderation and she wants to flog them into place. And we have the Flogger. Because the beatings shall continue until morale improves. She's gonna censor us. Wait, what do you need a link for?
2 years ago. I'll get it out to everybody.
Yeah. That's where you get the Canadian pirate special. I don't
What's
know.
a pirate's favorite kind of cookie? Chips Ahoy.
Fruck wants to know why I have a Flogger.
He's
What?
been bad.
You
would
don't
I-
know what we'll do for a laugh sometimes, okay? If you wonder what you'll do for a Klondike bar, well,
Well, Threadia can answer what I'll do for $5.
we know, that's right.
No, Envy, this one has not touched Barrick's ass. That was the Flogger that was used on Barrick's ass. I can't remember who it belonged to, but it definitely was not there.
But
Maybe
be
it's-
careful, dog.
Yeah. It is a Flogger.
How could the pirate acquire a ship so cheaply? Because it was on sale.
How do you make a pirate furious? I take away the P. It's just irate. But we do have the devs also continue to work. And work they did not, as they sat there and tried to move the move office, where useless overhead stood around and took pictures and tried to direct people into moving into walls. And they decided, we would like to turn this office into a massive heap of desks and chairs right in the middle of the room. It is like a mosh pit of an late 80s, early 90s metal band. The Dippy Bird. He was trying to figure out where do you plug in the end of the Cat 5 cable? I think it goes up the nose. Lord British, he was traveling and avoiding the moving. As he also worked on the live streaming on Friday from New York City while the Austin office internet connection was interrupted. The Dork Star, he was moving and setting up his own office in the weekly live stream post in the Release 58 triage. Because Release 58 QA server should be up soon. Maybe in the next 2 days. Or 3 days. Or never. And why does that drink feel like it's empty?
You've gone through your day's ration.
No. Why did no one want to play cards with the pirate?
I don't know.
Because he was standing on the deck.
Ouch.
What's orange? It sounds like a parrot.
I have no clue.
It's not a Donald Trump joke, I'll tell you that much. But it is a carrot. And Thradia loves these cheesy jokes because really we don't have any news for anybody other than go join the Disciples of Damnation because we need more players that are interested in PvP. PvP. And where's our bards at today? Fuck, what are they, union employees?
With the proper penis.
Government workers.
I tell you.
Slash play Captain Morgan's Revenge. Thank you, Scroda, for pulling out the songs. Especially the Winches and Mead.
Pulling out the music.
Because it's all I need. And if you don't know, that is actually the name of the song that he's playing, is Winches and Mead, because it's all I need. And the funny part is I actually said that in kind of the right part of the song. But yes, what else do we have in this store for everybody? I don't know because I'm lost.
I don't know. We have SodaCon coming up. We have books coming up. You want to cover some player-made books?
No. Because should there be a side quest for Find Laz's lot?
Ah, well, we could talk about that. Let us see. This stems and thank you, Caffeine, for that, or Caffeus says, Caffeus Forgius, and damn you, no. Windows wants to do an update. No.
Someone voted no. Should Lazarus lot be a side quest? Because no, it shouldn't. It should be finding my alt lot. I think finding Lazarus's lot should be added as some sort of side quest. He's literally there every single day, unless you look for him on Saturday. Because
day.
Saturdays he's hardly ever on. He used to live across the street, and he can attest to the fact that Laz spends a lot of quality time standing on the lot or sitting in my chair on my lot, although it's Laz's chair that he placed on my lot. Perhaps added to the Exploring Owl's Head achievement, rewards could be something like a camera, a mic, or perhaps an NBNN mug.
For your rum.
We need mugs that can hold this much mead. Or beer.
Mead.
Or rum.
Mead. No, mead.
I have a bottle of mead in my truck. I really do. Make the pilgrimage today to Owl's Head. Go above the bank in Upper's Owl's Head and visit the NBNN Studios set, and you too can be like Scroda here. Sitting here aimlessly, scratching your head and going, what the fuck are these guys doing? Because we don't know. Nor do they.
No clue.
The Book of Damnation. Envy has posted the Book of Damnation.
I don't think we can read that live.
Well, it says a bunch of things in Runic. So we can't click on the spoiler because, spoiler alert, somebody translated it in English. Nope. It's in Runic. How does Runic sound?
Argumentative.
Runic? I don't know. I love the pictures of... I think I found it. You honk, we drink. If you tip me, I'll do something special. The Book of Damnation is a very special book. Was it originally written by Valo Frostbane?
Do you know what a pirate wears for Halloween?
I don't know, but
A
you know what the
pumpkin
10 letters are?
patch.
What are the 10 letters of the pirate alphabet?
I don't know. I keep getting stuck on C.
I are in the 7 seas.
I keep getting stuck on C.
I again. I. Where are we going today? Where, oh where are we going?
I don't know.
And Scroda, do you happen to have in your songbook the Battle of Cartagena?
Why don't pirates take a bath before they walk the plank?
Because they're gonna wash up on the shore.
Later, yes.
How about heavy metal pirates?
Heavy metal.
Or Nancy
pirates.
the Tavern Witch? Because Nancy, I love Nancy the Tavern Witch. You can do it 7 or 8 times in a row. No one will notice. Like I said, unless it's Stones, Last doesn't notice when things are on repeat. I do not think rum was in the song list, nor was drink in the song list that I provided to Scroda a long time ago. Because no one had converted them to MIDI files and then into ABC files. But we do have such thrilling songs as Midget Saw, No Quarter, Scraping the Barrel, Shipwrecked. Oh, Shipwrecked is a good one. Put that in a cute place. What else do we have for everybody today?
We don't have much.
Oh,
what
we
do
don't
we
have-
have? Yes, player-made books coming up this Friday.
This Friday, unless the internet goes down again because AT&T has decided, hey, you moved prematurely and we're going to turn off your internet. Because we turned it off
Screw you,
before.
developers. No internet.
Screw
for
your
you.
internet connection.
Yeah, that was screwed up, man.
And that's going to be a talk with Wizard Smoke, where he won't be puff passing around everything. But we are going to end up with Scotty Jones talking about book covers.
Ooh, Scotty.
Yeah, suck it, developers. And they're going to talk about how to make
Internet
copies
for you.
using the printing press, because it will be the first time in game that they have ever actually used the tech that they have designed, and they will be like confused as they can't figure out where do you get the paper from without summoning it from their GM chest, because they may design the systems but they don't know how they work. Remember, every Friday of the release, all purchases from noon to midnight count towards the release 57 stretch goals, which are dungeon themed in honor of the upcoming player-made dungeon feature, which is previewing in release 57 and going live in Q4.
Don't forget your long awaited emotion has been achieved.
The roll the dice.
Roll the dice, yes.
I think I scored a 3 because the RNG. Yes.
Roll the dice.
Nuts. It's so good that I shall do it with both hands. I shall roll the dice. Oh, yes. Aye, Captain. You need to put it in the...
I still think that dungeon room entrance shall be the chicken room, but yeah, that's just me. The chicken room dungeon entrance.
Eagle, we already did that joke. It's a rookie.
A beginner, yeah, there you go.
I don't know. But what does a vegan pirate do in jail?
I don't know.
Starve.
Star.
How do pirates prefer to communicate?
I don't know.
Eye to eye.
Rough.
I don't know. Where are we going from now? Because we
I-
could still talk about are the PvPers and the dev chats dominating all the conversations because the Blood Bay Discord has lots of dev traffic. Define lots of dev traffic.
What's the definition of lots?
Because based off that, we might end up with a lot of dev traffic here on the NBNN Discord, but that doesn't mean that they're actually doing anything special. Because we know they don't always listen. No. But Blood Bay is a PvP place that was designed by the developers with 2 governors from different places. What number 1 governor is supposed to have the PvP kills for a month, and the second one is chosen by a guild with the most PvP kills, and they are not supposed to be a member of the same guild, although our great developer Atos has messed up before and actually given it to the same guild and player.
What?
I think he
What?
used some Shroud math and rolled a 3.
3.
It was only the first month that he did that. But yes, so there does have to be some communication about what's going on there, because those governors get to place houses and one of the governors doesn't even play anymore. It's a shame. It really is. Because it was only supposed to last for a month. And I don't think we've had a second governor selection yet. Or a third. When did this start happening? I don't know. Because it takes work. In an eye for eye's
It's
sake.
argumentative. I don't know.
Yes. And that was 3 or 4 months ago. Yes. No.
No.
Yes.
Who do we have here?
But why is using the forums a useless enterprise? Because they're so 1990. Although that would be more like Gopher. I miss Gopher. I don't know. Maybe we need more jokes. Let's see. Let's go to piratejokes.net and see what we can find there. A pirate walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, haven't seen you in a while. What happened? You look terrible." "What do you mean?" the pirate replies. "I'm fine," the bartender says. "But what about that wooden leg? You didn't have that before." "Well," says the pirate, "we were in a battle at sea, and a cannonball hit my leg, but the surgeon fixed me up, and I'm fine, really." It's a very non-communicative pirate. "Yes," says the bartender, "but what about that hook?
Last time I saw you, you had both hands.
Well, says the pirate, we're in another battle. We boarded the enemy ship. I was in a sword fight, and my hand was cut off, but the surgeon fixed me up with this hook. And I feel great, really.
Oh, says the bartender. But what about that eye patch? Last time you were in here, you had both eyes.
Well, says the pirate, one day when we were at sea, some birds were flying over the ship. I looked up, and one of them shot in my eye.
So, replied the bartender, what happened? You couldn't have lost an eye just from some bird shit.
Well, says the pirate, I really wasn't used to the hook yet. Oh, that's a bad joke. Bad joke.
Horrible, horrible.
Why don't pirates go to strip clubs? They already have all the booty. What's a horny pirate's first nightmare? A sunken chest with no booty. I like that joke. But, yes. So do the devs spend an inordinate amount of time talking PvP in one Discord channel over another? The answer is debatable. I say no. Because we don't even have the devs on set today. Or else they'd be playing us some Ailstorm.
And
What other things did we...
Giving us
what
some
other...
good pirate jokes.
No. Because all you should be saying is, I, and a vast landlubbers, and then keel hauled. Now, why is keel hauling so dangerous? Have you ever actually thought about that?
I was
Why
going to go
is
with
it so
the fact that the
dangerous?
barnacle is growing on the bottom of the ship, and as you go all the way underneath, you end up dragging your flesh across it, and the lacerations and the fact that you're dealing with salt water is going to be extremely painful.
Ouch.
Yes.
You're not
What kind-
right. You're not right.
What kind of grades did the pirates get in school?
A's.
High C's.
High C's. Ooh, boo.
What do pirates and pimp have in common?
I don't know. What do pirates and pimps have in common?
They both say yo ho and walk with a limp. I believe the pirates have better rum though. Why do young pirates always fail when they're saying the alphabet in kindergarten? Because their fathers insist that there are 7 C's. The internet doth preside all these jokes.
Cheap
Because
internet.
neither Laz nor I are creative enough to come with any of these on our own. And if we did, it would be an extremely poor taste.
I believe that I, along with many others out there, are glad this day only comes once a year.
I think Thradia wants it to come every day.
Well,
all
that's
over her chest.
That's a different story, but
She likes to see it when everything's coming across her chest. She likes it when you...
See, she's like, I can't stop laughing at the coming across her chest comment. Because she's
And what
like,
did the pirate say on the wheel
she's
of
like,
fortune?
yes, please.
I'd like to buy an eye. Yes, stay tuned. We will be posting the very first International Talk Like a Pirate Day in the loop for the weekend. Of course, you'll get to watch this one later on as well. But yes,
Don't know what you're
welcome,
talking about.
welcome to International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Thankfully, it's
The
almost
first
over.
International Talk Like a Pirate Day that I did was the best. It really was. The second one sucked. The third one sucks even more. Later today, I'll probably get a phone call and say, "Don't ever do that again."
Don't do that.
Don't.
I
Don't.
thought you got that phone call last year.
I did get that phone call last year,
But before.
but
we
at least
go,
I can actually change my clothes, unlike some people.
I thought about it.
I can actually put on garb.
Just wouldn't work.
Oh yeah,
Thought about it.
the Canadian
before
pirate really
we
was
go-
the best pirate voice ever. I will say that much.
Gotta remind
Yeah,
everybody about
the Irish pirate and the Scottish pirate, they kind of suck. But the Canadian pirate was by far the best. That really was in the show 2 years ago.
It was. We're going to talk about this and much, much more next year. But SodaCon.
No,
SodaCon.
no, because it is
Austin.
actually the time for that NBNN news app, which you can get on all of your electronic devices. I don't know what an electronic device is because it's not something that you can carve into the wood, which really makes your captain angry and he makes you swab the poop deck. And when you swab the poop deck, you have to make sure that you can lick it later because where else are you going to pick up your food from?
Where can these good folks find that app?
I have no idea because I'm trying to look for it on my phone and I can't find it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It is on my phone. It is on the fourth screen at the very bottom. And it says that it wants it to show me a message. Oh, yes. Thank you. Yes. But that NBNN app is available on the Google Play Store as well as the Amazon App Store. For some reason, you might have a Kindle, which is not used for setting things on fire. And I'm very, very confused because what is a Fire HD? When you put your fingers in it, does it come out nice and charred? And when you nibble on your fingers, does it taste like barbecue when you add a little sauce to it? Or do you put the dry rub on before you put it on the fire? I don't know. It is a Kindle with the Fire HD. Or it's also available on the Apple iTunes store. Because you know what? Whenever you get that Apple bass plug in, you can really feel that bass. Because it's all about that bass. Yes. And if you can't figure out how to use any of those stores, you can always go to nbnn.info and click on things there. But it's got such sweet things as Shroud Marketplace, where you can get all your swag. Not to mention the Discord channels, the NBNN Twitch streams, the YouTube channel, which I haven't updated in a long ass time, the Daily Britannia, or even some calendars. Because those calendars, I would say, are phenomenal, but that would be a complete and utter waste of breath. What they are is actually an aggregate of all the available Google public calendars related to Shroud of the Avatar that guy knows about. And sometimes, if people email him their Google public calendar, he sits here and does weird things with them, and they magically appear in this list. And that's only if you have a Google public calendar related to Shroud of the Avatar. Or if you end up adding, wanting to add one-off events, you can do so at news@nbnn.info. That's an email address where you tie things to a pigeon and you staple it as an attachment to your email, and then you send it to Laz. Why would you hug Laz for having to deal with me? I should get all the hugs, because I have to deal with him. And then, don't forget, all times on the community calendar are Central Time in the real world. But we prefer to refer to it as NBT, because we don't know what that means. Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s. No Britannia time. I don't know. It's not rum. And it's not wenches and meat. But I know this song. Don't make me sing along to it. We do have 12s and 6s around the clock. 2 idiots. One idiot much bigger than the other idiot. The other one's very, very small. Even when he does stand on the stilts. And when he stands up to on the soapbox, he can jump up and kick your ankles from a good height. Oh. Those
Nothing
idiots.
to see here.
I'm laughing at what Mom said. Listening to me today makes up for listening to Laz all year. Yes. 2 idiots interpreting the news so you don't have to on a little show called Lunch with us. Mostly me, though. At 6 o'clock this evening on Avatar's Radio, this DJ Bear Cub. At 7 p.m. on Radio for Britannia's the 70s at 7. And that is followed at 10 p.m. or actually 8 p.m. with DJ Eclipse Maiden, who's going to be doing some unmedicated schizophrenia part un. Because in-game, she's going to be doing some dancing. Might be naked on top of a table or wearing a coconut bra. I don't know. 10 more minutes, man. I can do it.
Just do it.
Yes. In-game, you have Striker Barhawk's Happy Hour.
Spar.
Yes. And will he be providing the rum today? I don't know, because the rum is not in-game. Neither is the mead. But there is whiskey and beer.
There is mead.
There is mead.
I thought there
Can
was.
you craft your own mead in-game?
No.
No, you can't. How else am I going to add some cloves to it and some rose petals to my mead to make all the floral scents come out? And wait, why are people leaving our channel? I don't know this. But yes, the final event of the evening is on Radio Free Britannia, and that is the Wicked Womb with Wads' dad. But that's our community calendar for this hump day. What are you doing? You know, it's your time of the show to talk about the sponsors. Because you're watching us on NBNN.info, or you're watching this cool stream at twitch.tv/Cynicist, where only one person is watching right now. Versus the several that are watching on NBNN. Makes me sad.
The R.
Very sad.
Rated viewer.
Yar. We have caffeine over in my channel. And Eagle, actually. There was more than one. Ha ha ha. But we do have the Airy Fund, which is a group of gamers supporting gamers, which their most recent campaign was to support Bob the Builder because he broke 9 of his ribs. And you know what? You helped raise him some money, which is a great thing because he was between insurances. And then we also have NBNN being sponsored by Relics by Rild, where you too can get all kinds of Shroud of the Avatar swag, including that shirt that Laz is wearing, or that patch that's on his hat. Or you could buy a hat, but not Laz's hat, because hat came from Walmart for $2. Or you could also get some other things including some tapestries and mugs but there is no mead at Relics by Rield. But if you use the promo code NBNN, you too can save 10% off of your purchase. In-game, you do need to go find Scrota's music service, and you need to also visit shroudmarketplace.com and go to Scrota's shop, where you too can spend $5 and you can get Scrota following you around and playing and doing anything you want him to do. Just don't ask him to kill, because he might get you killed. But if you ask him to play some winches and mead, he'll do that all day long for an hour. If you're looking to put the magic in your hand, you really need to contact Koyomor Wands, because he makes some great wood. I mean, they're nice and firm and solid, and they've got this great polish to them, and they occasionally help you do more damage in your game. The Britannian Mining Company wants you to join them down on Market Row, out in the town of Blackrock Cove, which used to be a mine until it decided to get poisoned and everything else, and destroy the Lock Lake Tavern, and made a bunch of poison. But they still want you to go. Ignore the fact that you might get black lung disease, but go find some great BMC sanctioned prices on goods, because it's a great place to go. And if you're really, really bored, you can always tune in your ether amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia, and always listen at 12s and 6s for Two Idiots Interpreting the News. And if that's not good enough for you, you can find all kinds of other entertaining and awesome DJs, like The Doctor, Eclipse Maiden, or the Nurse Justin, or Wolfdom on your early Saturday morning shows. Because, you know what, when you have to spend all night on the watch and up in the crow's nest, you need something to do. And you need to tune into Radio Free Britannia to keep you awake. And then there's always Laz's favorite sponsor, and Dread Pirate Roberts' favorite sponsor. The Dread Pirate loves the Shroud Marketplace. That's right. It is really the best place to go to get all of your Shroud of the Avatar swag.
Tons of anything gold.
Anything and everything that's game related can be bought or sold at Shroud Marketplace. From accounts to game gold, crowns of the obsidian, all the way to services. Everything's coming from one of the over 130 different players who are registered as vendors. And each of those vendors get to set their own prices and maintain their own inventory. So you end up with all kinds. Wait, I sound like the Cookie Monster now? Fuck. I have no idea what I sound like, actually.
Cookie.
All kinds of great. I think it's the fact that it's like my throat's getting a little sore from doing this, that it's morphing.
3 minutes.
And I think this is where I need to do it for 3 more minutes.
You're killing it.
Okay, so what do we have here is a failure to communicate, as well as the fact that you can go to shroudmarketplace.com, and from there you need to go visit some of the great vendors, such as the La-Di-Da Farms. And someone's calling me right now, and I do not know who it is. It is a spam caller. You too can report this phone number as a spam caller and deny it. But you have each of those vendors setting up their own shop and maintaining their own inventory. And so you end up with all kinds of great things as you end up perusing their inventories. You can find things, such glorious items as the 100 glass sheets that we can make all of your greenhouses or your log cabin homes, anything and everything. You can go to visit my shop and you can find a tax-free city lot deed because you need to upgrade your housing. You can find 100K game gold from, I don't know who this is, Elysium's Chief Shop. I believe that's one of the newer vendors at shroudmarketplace.com, because you can find anything and everything, including the most glorious and the most rewarding services you will ever find at any place you should ever touch. That includes Bambino's Host a Gust Ball game, where he's decided that he is going to help you out with your Gust Ball game in creating the stadium and crafting it, and then teaching you how to gently blow the ball across the field
and even referee your game as he says, whoa, that's a penalty, sir. You need to stop that. Cease and desist those activities.
And then you have other players that have decided that they want to help you level your character up. And they've decided that they want to name those leveling services, such as the Power Hour, or the Adventurer XP Boost, or Dread Pirates XP Boost with 1 million XP, or 1 million Adventurer XP Boost. All kinds of things from different players. Or you can always find the cheesiest writing ever. And that's at Wolfdom's Shop. And then you have other players such as Scroda giving you his musical services only available at shroudmarketplace.com, unless you find him in game and you say, hey, I'd like you to play my stuff for an hour. And then he'll just be like, okay, yeah. And then you can say, hey, Caffeine, I love you, because you just contributed some cryptocurrencies over at my channel, twitch.tv/Cynicist, the best place to go do things. And don't forget, today is also Wrath Phoenix's birthday. And the final vendor that we would like to talk about today is some guy that's very, very short, and he wears a hat so that way he appears taller on stream.
Weddings and more.
Weddings and more by Laz. Woohoo! Caffeine just subscribed to the worst pirate ever. The guy that doesn't know what the hell he's doing. But you know what time it is?
I do.
It is that time for that guy to shut the fuck up. I thought it was time for you to shut up.
That too. Yeah.
Oh.
I talk too much, I know.
You talk too much. You need to shut your pie hole. You know what I'm going to put inside of your mouth after the show?
A bottle of rum.
My peg leg.
Oh.
Or is that the peg and not the leg? I don't know. How many legs do I have left?
We're out of here.
Yes, it is that time for us to go. Adieu.
Have a great day, everybody. From Laz.
What's the pirate's least favorite animal?
I don't know.
The beaver.
Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Clear.